All set up. Hopefully you'll get a chance to get out there and enjoy some of it. We are out of time because Neil Rogers is coming up next. It's 10 o'clock.
The views expressed on the previous programs are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not reflect those of the Beasley Broadcast.
I know that won't go over too
good.
I can talk a little bit today, not too good.
All right. The biggest names, the best talent. You're listening to Sports Radio 560 WQAM. Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
The goddess is coming back. I wonder if IOD is going to carry her.
I don't know.
They carry all that other premier radio, right-wing crap, Chief Channel.
That's fine.
She's coming back.
WQAM presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, dial 567-0560 in Dade and Broward. In other counties, call toll-free 877-785-NEIL or pound 560 on your AT&T and Verizon wireless phones. The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his callers do not represent those of WQAM management, staff, or sponsors. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
It's Friday, you bastard.
We do not torture. We do not torture. We do not torture. We do not torture. We do not torture.
We do not torture.
We do not torture.
We do not torture here.
We do not torture. We do not torture. 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 We do not torture. 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 We do not torture. We do not torture. We do not torture. 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 We do not torture. 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 We do not torture. We do not torture. 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 We do not torture.
Well, 10:02 at 560 WQAM. I don't sound too good, do I? Here's George.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Do I sound not too good?
You sound adequate.
Adequate. By Monday, I think I'll be fine. This has been a bad bout of the flu. This isn't just a cold. This is the flu.
Okay.
So, and of course when you can't talk, you can't be on the air. I got an amusing email from the fake Johnny from Oklahoma. All the fakers all the time. Keep those emails coming, boy. We need a lot of material today. I'm planning on mailing it in and playing the rack because I can really speak. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to have sent you another message this morning saying, guess what, I still can't talk, and, you'd have gone nuts.
Well, I appreciate that. No, it's not me who goes nuts. It's everybody else.
Like oh, my God, how many days is he going to take on? And he's perpetrating
who says that?
Oh, people in the building. I'm just reading their minds. Nobody ever said that.
But you know what? F them. Over the 8 million... years that I've been on the air, I got a pretty damn good track record of being on the 20 or 30 days a year that I'm supposed to work.
Yeah, you say that like it should matter to somebody.
Yeah. And they don't care about that. And that's another reason that I feel bad about sending you a text in the morning saying, I can't talk, you'll have to, cover today. Because I know that, he's, he wants all the big money and he's working like 2 days a week. Yeah. Well, screw you. If you can't talk at all, and believe me, on Wednesday morning at this time, I couldn't speak a lick. I couldn't lick it.
You couldn't lick a speak?
Right. And yesterday, not much better. Today is the best I've been able to speak since Tuesday. And if you recall Tuesday, I said, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep.
Sore throat, just tons of phlegm. The pink eye is gone, though.
Oh, very
good. Let's hear it. Oh! No more pink eye.
No more pinko?
Although I still do wake up in the morning with that mung in my eyes, the
crusties.
Crud.
Boogers.
No, not boogers.
That's exactly what it is.
It is?
It's mucus.
Boogers
it's made
in your eyes?
It's made out of the same stuff.
Boogers in your eyes, da-da-da-da-da. Remember that song? I'll do the best I can. I should probably go make some hot tea. Here's George.
Yes, you should. Hey, how's it going?
No, during the break, I'll go and make some tea.
Good plan.
Is it a deal? I think I got some. It's about 100 years old. Does it make a difference?
No.
Really?
Really.
Tea keeps?
Yes.
Tea bags?
That's right.
It's timely. Tea bags.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's an email that just came in moments ago. It's trailer white trash. Do we have such a bit? Let me look. Trailer, spelled wrong here. Trailer Park Rabbit. Or Trailer Park Barbie. No, we don't have such a bit. Trailer white trash. Neil and George, great show as always. Hope you're feeling better, Neil. Marginally. On Neil's Noises, there isn't an avenue to play this bit. Could you possibly look into it?
You know, we need to just put one thing on Neil's Noises.
Yeah. That's it.
There you
Nick
go.
From Sunrise. No, we can't, Nick. I don't even know what the hell the bit is. Oh, I can't find this on there. Can you put it on there? No. Oh. See, the difference between the cold and the flu, one of the big differences, is the flu saps your energy. You have no strength.
Yeah.
So either I got the flu or...
I'm dying over here.
One or the other. I think I'm on the way out.
Okay, Ma.
The Dow's up 103 points. Hey, don't be picking on my mom now. If you want to pick on your mom,
that
go
was
ahead.
That was
my mom
exactly.
was never anything but nice to you.
That was exactly who I was talking about. Was my Ma? That's her line.
Screw her.
Ever. I think she was
nasty,
born saying
hateful bitch.
That's me.
Hey, you know, the poll we're taking today, it's kind of shocking to me. Well, I'll get to it. First, here's the one from you did yesterday, which was a carryover from... I'm getting these from listeners, all of these. So.
Well, good. Thank you, y'all.
So you didn't have to put either poll up at all, did you?
No.
Which of these is better when you eat it the next day? 650 votes. Lasagna 122. Oh, yeah. Especially if it's like almost burnt.
Yeah. Lee put that on there.
Crispy,
Good choice.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want mine from like in a casserole dish, and it's like a little black around the edges. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Lasagna 122. Thanksgiving turkey 108. Chili 105. Ooh, chili. Looks like duty. Pizza 98. Soup 36. Fried chicken 34. Oh, the draft tomorrow, the draft. You people obsessed with the draft, you're like a bunch of overgrown children. Bunch of idiots. Oh, but it's the biggest thing of the year. Well, screw you. If that's the biggest thing going in your life, then you ought to blow your brains out. Save some space for a human being with a brain. The draft. Now, I will say that I do if I'm home when it's on a Saturday, the NHL draft, I'll watch that. You want to know why?
Why?
Because there's a lot of hot young guys on there.
Okay.
That's the only reason I watch it. Honey baked ham 33, meatloaf 31, Chinese 28. Oh, there's nothing like refried chinks. Meatballs 18, haggis 10. Oh, I'm having a relapse. Haggis.
Yeah, somebody obviously jokingly suggested that, but hey, what the hell?
Stuffed shells 9, wings 7, chicken fricassee 6, salsa 2, Taco Bell 2, Arby's roast beef 1. Taco Bell is better when you eat it the next day? I don't think so.
I don't know. A lot of people
I still haven't had taco smell in about 8 or 9 months. I don't know. I like it, though. I'm not going to apologize. I love it. I don't like it.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, you got no taste, Rogers. You got no... Well, taste this. Oh, and by the way, to show you the tender emotion and the love and the passion of the people of South Florida, the first email I got to this morning from ASAP Appraisal Group, from Larry. Hi, please take more time off. Hey, guess what, Larry? That's for you. And thanks for listening, ass clown. Now, where did that ass clown thing come from? I noticed Joe played it about 100 times there at the end of the show.
I don't know.
We got that email the other day that said Todd Schmidt invented the ass clown.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he knows about it because he is one. Boy. Well, guess what? Following a nearly 2-month absence from the airwaves, progressive radio talker Randy Rhodes is set to return. According to an announcement by John Scott of San Francisco's KKGN. She'll be syndicated by Premier Radio Networks as reported in a videotaped announcement just posted on the Green 960 website. In fact, there's an official Premier announcement. It says she'll begin broadcasting again on May 11th out of Washington, D.C. How do you like that? The goddess is going to be in Washington.
All right.
You like it? I wish her all the best. I really do. I mean, you know, she was a wannabe, but I wish her all the best. She got a good agent, and every time she gets blown off somewhere, she lands on her feet again. Premier Radio Network adds the Randy Rhoads Show to its lineup of nationally syndicated shows beginning May 11th. The show will be broadcast live from Washington, D.C. Early affiliates include KTLK-LA, KKGN San Francisco, and KPOJ Portland, Oregon. Rhoads said, right now America needs a voice that reflects its hopes and concerns. It'll be my privilege and pleasure to provide vital information to the public about everything that's possible in the 21st century. Also have a few laughs along the way. Premier is an incredible family of radio pros and is truly the most talented and experienced radio syndicator in the nation. She's got a good agent. She says it's truly a dream come true. She also said that. How do you like that?
All right.
So the goddess will be returned, and again, I don't know what the deal is with IOD, if she's going to be on there or not. And, of course, somebody out there may know or may not. One of our radio spies. Maybe the mole knows. If I can make it for 4 hours today, I'm a genius.
You can do it.
I don't think so. Here's George.
Hey.
No, I'm serial. I just, I'm between the point where you have, like, almost no voice, like yesterday, and the full voice coming back, like, by Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe by tomorrow.
Oh, great. You can do the show tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's the draft.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I had a great idea. Since they're doing all this draft foreplay today, why not start at 10:30? Don't you think?
Sounds great.
Oh, here's one. How about those ranges? Hey, screw the ranges. Screw the ranges. Oh, alert issued after a serious mystery ailment affects Canadians returning from Mexico. The only problem with that is that I haven't been to Mexico. It says it recalls the frightening SARS days in Toronto. The Public Health Agency of Canada is looking into a growing number of reports about Canadians returning from the south and central parts of the country with a severe respiratory illness. Seems to primarily affect young adults who are on their trips healthy but fail to return in the same condition. Of course, there are a lot of people these days who go to Mexico and don't return in any condition except in a box. Kelly says, glad to see you're still spreading death, bloodshed, and murder on the highway. Keep up the great work listening online, says Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Listener since 92, 93. It says. And the fake Derek Sanderson says, Neil, for my wrath at family, what? You failed to list in-laws. When you do, I'll check it. For a hoot.
Doing it now.
Go to IHateMyInlaws.com for some real good stories. Glad you're back. Georgia's Terminal. Go Caps. Oh, yeah, the Capitals, they're really doing it. Talk about rolling over and playing dead. Here's one from the fake Michael Phelps. I actually sat through George's whole show yesterday. He was pretty good. Usually he talks way too fast and panicked, and I turn off the streamer. Yesterday, it was different. Also, there was a functioning human being. There were functioning human beings calling in. However, Prozac Ron started calling in and torturing George nonstop once he found out calls were being taken. My message to Prozac Ron, leave George alone. Leave him alone. Well, the only reason we have that stuff going on is because our management doesn't give a crap. That's why.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Later, 560 QAM.
You ever have one of those days?
Alzagari, weekday afternoons 2 to 4, 560 QAM. No portion of this program.
I didn't hear Jimmy Syphilis mention that group of names. He's on the list.
WQAM, BZ Broadcast Group, Incorporated.
It's Friday, you bastard.
What's the matter? You can act like a man! No.
So you saved a broken penny when your text started green. After all that we can get, yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, 10:18 at QAM. How about some draft talk? What do you say?
All right, you start.
We got the Big O at the Miami Prime at 2, and then 4 to 7 we got Mad Dog, Joe Rose, and Bo at Miami Prime. 7 to 11 we got Virginia Tech baseball. That'll get a big audience, followed by the Greg Likens Show. How come they didn't blow his ass out? They're firing everybody else.
I don't know. Maybe he's got the pictures. Maybe he knows
the thing with Jesse Agler. That's just criminal. Criminal.
Yeah.
He's a broadcaster. He's got a good voice. He knows what he's talking about. He belongs on the air. He sounds like a real pro, and he's a good guy, you told me.
I think you just explained why he's not here anymore.
You're fired. And he's Jewish. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess we're not going to get any spy reports on the Randy on IOD thing. Are we? Not today.
Maybe. Not today, no.
I don't think so. In fact, there's nothing on there at all. Nothing coming in. Here I've been sick as a dog on my deathbed with horrible flu. Horrible flu. And the South Florida warm. Thank God it's warming up here today, finally. Thank the Lord. Thank
God.
You betcha. And what do I get? In fact, it's already up to 9. It's going to be 20 today and 27 tomorrow. You know what that is? 70, what is it, 81?
Let me check my...
80, 81, 27. 77.
Yeah, like 81, 82.
81. How do you like that?
Very,
the warmth
nice.
is for the warmth of the sun. But the cold from the South Florida audience in the first email, take more time off. Well, guess what? 3 big fat raspberries, you ass clown. Jackball. Oh, here we go. Here's something about ass clown. Neil, good morning. Hope you're feeling better. I don't know this Todd Schmidt, but back around the year 2000 or so, a wrestler named Chris Jericho was calling everyone an ass clown. I don't know if he invented the term, but he's the first person I ever heard use the term. I wonder if he ever met Joe Bell in that year. That may be where he picked it up, ass clown. Tell George I'm going by my local bar and try out Guinness 250. The owner of the establishment said they'll be serving it, and the Guinness 250 too. Always try to do my part by helping out Blackie. Blackie is becoming a regular, and he's okay. He sent some good crap, you know.
All right.
What?
I said all right.
Oh, here you go. Oh, yeah. From Daron Granovsky. The best part of the deal is we've got the names of the 2 idiots, ass clowns, Daron and Prozac Ron, and this company still won't do anything about it. That's the best part of it. It's like they want us to fail. And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, the book is coming out next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The Dow's up 65 points. I'm printing out this thing from your good friend Daron, who called 4 million times yesterday, you tell me?
Yes.
Here it is. Dear Neil, sorry to hear you've been sick. George has been boring talking about the same old stuff. We did have fun calling him. George seems tense. Seems like he needs to get some. Why don't you take some calls? You know, we bring ratings, and your audience loves us. Take a poll and find out. We look forward to the next 4.5 years of calling your friends to the end. Prozac, Ron, and Jamba. Jamba! 2 morons, 2 simpletons who've hijacked the phones on this show. And the management of this radio station says, buh, buh, let's have another meeting, buh, you know. This current regime at this radio station is the most inept bunch of dunderheads I've ever encountered, not just worked for, I've ever heard of in my life. They make even Gerald Ford seem like a frickin' genius. That's how dumb they are. And, of course, my erstwhile attorney, Norma Kent, he just wants money for services not rendered. Who ever heard of such a thing? You just I'm just expected to keep subsidizing him every year, even if he doesn't do a damn thing?
Yeah.
He is the most lily-livered, weak-kneed fag I have. Just unbelievable. I mean, he's done some good things for me over the years up until recently, up until the Jolly Joe Bell and Joyce regime took over. They have rendered him impotent. They've rendered the station like basically off the air. Off the air. It's like we've vanished from the airwaves. So like I said, that book comes out next Thursday. Boy, whoa, strap yourself in. And if you think we need to strap ourselves in, cross the street. I looked at their website this morning to see if there's any news on their morning show, which they still don't have one. And there's a big banner that unflaps on there on their website. 790, new morning show coming soon. Stay tuned. New morning show coming soon. Stay tuned. And where's the mole and the other spies with the fake Barry Jackass? Where's the reports on that? Coming soon, like Christmas, like Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Like Sukkot. That was up almost 64 points. And all this talk about torture, I guess everybody forgot that we entered a war on false pretense, and there's 4,000 plus dead Americans and hundreds of thousands of dead Iraqis. That's not worth having a big investigation about.
No.
And putting some people on death row. But the torture thing is the hysteria topic du jour, so everybody's into the whole, you know. And Keith Olbermann says he'll get out his checkbook because Hannity says he'll undergo waterboarding for $1,000 a minute or something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah. In fact, Olbermann says $1,000 a minute, and George says he'll match it.
Yeah.
He'll write a check. Won't be any good, but he'll write.
Oh,
a check.
no. I'll undergo waterboarding for $1,000 a minute. In today's economy.
Yeah.
I can't be passing up any.
So did you mention on the air that your wife got a job, or is that for not on the air?
No, I mentioned that. It's a temporary thing. It ain't no newsworthy thing.
What do you mean temporary? Like for a week?
Well, who knows?
Well, you ought to be jumping for joy.
There I go.
Now you can go out and buy you a nice car.
Maybe.
Oh, Dana says, welcome back. Now I know why you have an exceedingly low opinion of the other radio personalities. When I pull up the show, the streamer has Joe Rose or some other sports windbag. Have George do one of those intros. It would be much easier to deal with. Hope you're well now. Have a great weekend, Dana Hall. Well, what does that mean? Do you understand what that said?
Nope.
I don't have any idea what that means. But thanks, Dana. At least Dana cares enough to send his or its very best. That's Dana with a he. Like Vic Dana. I want some red roses. Don't play that again, please.
I won't.
Paul says, glad you're feeling better. Where did the saying, he or she never stole a freight train, come from? What does it mean? I mean...
I don't know, the Jesse James days? I don't know.
It's sarcastic, Paul. Like the Pope. He's not such a bad guy. He never stole a freight train. I think all of them should be on your poll. And please play the drop by Don Corleone. You can act like a man. I just played it. Hope you're 100% on Monday. So do I. Thank you, Paul. We have to explain what that expression, what it means.
Yeah, please.
He never stole a freight train.
And
that's like Joe Bell. Not much else we can say good about him, but he never stole a freight train that we know of.
Oh, Neil! You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA. Hello, We focus on local sports talk. That's why we are South Florida's Sports Leader.
560 QAM.
This is the most disgusting program. I urge everyone to complain to this station.
While spending the remainder of your golden years in the land of death, the one thing you have to depend on is your car. With Jew Canoe theft on the rise, the people who brought you a big black guy named Ben car alarm now bring you an old Jewish guy named Eisen.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Remember when we used to boost them packet Caribbeans? Yeah, we ought to get a bundle for this, baby. The white ones are cooler.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
What the hell is that?
I object seriously to profanity like that.
Slow down, I think somebody's coming.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF. Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Whenever some bastard tries to steal my car, I feel safer with an old Jewish guy named Eisen.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Get your old Jewish guy named Eisen car alarm now and receive a free flower antenna.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
An old Jewish guy named Eisen car alarm, now available at all Zayre stores.
Oh, boy. So the fake Tom Jicka tells me that Randy's coming back on 3 markets on May 11th on Premiere.
I should probably play a news sounder.
Yeah. I always love that when I start the show with something and then somebody sends me a breathless email. Oh, guess what? Randy's coming back on Premiere. Been there, done that. Market's up 68 points, the Dow. Let's see. Here's a dictionary definition of ass clown. One who, through the fault of his parents' conception, is a skid mark in society's collective underwear. For example, Fat Pat is an ass clown. 2, one whose stupidity and or ineptitude exceeds the descriptive potential of both terms, ass and clown, in isolation, and in doing so demands to be referred to as the conjugate of the two. 2, a male who engages in homosexual behavior, ass clown. C, butthole surfer. And 3, a person who by ignorance or stupidity takes up unnecessary amounts of your time. This loser calling my tech support hotline is a real ass clown. So there you go. Got all kinds of crap there. Yeah, Dana, okay, we got it. Relax. Hearing that George Sedano will start mornings on Monday, says the fake Tom Jicka. Jesse Agler and Adam Cooperstein middays. Oh, woo! Wouldn't that be something if Jesse goes there and kicks our ass? Attaboy, Jesse, you go. I'm all for him.
Yep.
I mean, of all the people that they blew out of here, him?
Yeah.
I mean, try and figure out who belongs on the air and who doesn't. And even a child could tell you, boy, he sounds really good on the radio, you know.
Well, I spotted the pattern a long time ago. I know you did, too.
Yeah. But if they sound like retarded sports nerds, oh, hey, we can't get enough of them. Like
Take
jerks.
The
that was a good experiment.
car or truck in Miami. Call
right, and Lenny
305.
Martez. Okay, that's enough. Oh, I'm getting a headache from just being back and doing this show. Remember Byron Pegg and Mustard the Wonder Dog in Meridian, Idaho?
Yes.
They're back. Hey, Neil, glad you're back. Heath said $1,000 a second. Hannity should be waterboarded 183 times and ask if it's nothing. I see. Well, whatever that means. Do you understand what that means?
Nope.
I don't either. Sean Hannity, or another ass clown. All these right-wingers, they finally found something, man. Cheney opened up his stupid big mouth, and right away they're all parroting the same crap. Including his bull-dyke daughter, by the way.
Oh, he's got one?
Isn't his daughter a dyke?
I don't know. Never met her.
Yes. What do you mean you don't know?
Hannity's?
No, Dick Cheney.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah.
Varth Dater.
Yes, he is.
Frankie says, whenever you go to neilrogers.com, open up the streaming, Joe Rose sometimes comes on a video right before the show starts. He's usually sitting in the studio and selling insurance or something. Maybe we can get George a spot so we can get himself a Toyota Prius. That would be good. I'd like to see you have a Toyota Prius.
Yeah, me too. I would like to see that.
They're not going to get you no car.
I know that.
I mean, you think somebody that's trying to stab you in the back and get you fired is going to get you a car?
No.
Meaning Joe Bell?
No.
He wouldn't give you a ride in his car, much less get you a car.
Right.
Lying sack of garbage. He is, I'll tell you, to simplify it, he is walking duty. He's duty on 2 legs. Walt says, do ex-spouse, everybody's got something for the poll. Put on in-laws and ex-spouses. Okay? I don't want to put on all the different in-laws. Mother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, brother, you know. Although we do have that one good bit.
Father-in-law?
Well, we got, yeah.
Father-in-law, would you get off my butt?
Yeah, we got that. Father-in-law's on his butt. And it sounds like they're having a good time. So there you go. Add those to the poll. Did I even read this poll? I don't know. I don't think so. No. What do you mean you don't know? The Dow's up 87. Off to a good start for a Friday. How about that draft? Oh, yeah. I think that's what I got so sick from, my draft allergies. My body knew that April 25th was coming, NFL draft day, and that these people would be going absolutely apeshmit. Oh, it's the draft. It's so much more important than all those other, you know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to be watching the draft. I'm not going to be watching the Yankee-Red Sox game. I will certainly not be paying any attention to the Phillies-Marlins game. Marlins. Will you be?
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's the big controversy. Oh, well, which is more important? And by the way, I got an article from the Herald here. Fan apathy is still a problem for the Florida Marlins. They win almost every damn game. They did get swept by the Pirates, but nevertheless, they're off to a phenomenal start, and nobody cares. It's been this way forever since day one. Nobody cares. But let's build them a stadium with public money. Let's rape the public. The family member I least want to see again or have anything to do with in another life is 103 votes. cousin 18, a pet 13. Oh, come on, you wouldn't want to see little Tiny? Hey, Tiny, how you doing, baby? Tiny. Now, Winnie, my golden retriever, was a much sweeter, nicer dog, because golden retrievers are the best.
Yep.
But Tiny had more personality, you know what I mean?
He was spunky.
Oh, he was annoying. Aggravating. Sweet, but aggravating. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Pet 13, father 12, that's what I voted. Heartless, rotten son of a bitch. Oh, how can you say that about your father? Because it's true. Uncle 11, sister 9, brother 9, spouse 7, mother 7. I bet you George voted for mother.
Yes, I did.
Bastard. How could anybody hate their mother?
I don't hate her.
What word would you use? Despise?
No. She's a bad
Resent?
person. See, hate is like an active thing, like, I hate her. She's a bad person. I'm ambivalent about her. I would like to avoid her. I would like her to avoid me and my family and anybody I know and anybody that I like. She's a bad person.
Mother 7, aunt 6, or is it aunt? People that say aunt just make me nauseous.
Make you want to
Pretentious
font?
idiots who say aunt. Stepmother 5, stepsister 3. Oh, I thought we weren't going to do all the different ones.
I didn't.
Oh, that's in-laws. Grandparent 3, stepfather 2, in-laws 1, ex-spouse none, although it just says exes.
Right, ex whatever.
Stepbrother none. Boy, this is getting really complicated, you know what? Oh, and here's a link. Thank you, Kurt, but I don't do links. They stinks. Mark says, I'm so glad you don't take calls any longer. I left almost a year ago because of the crank calls. I'm back because you kicked them to the curb. I'm listening on my iPhone. Thanks, George, for the info on the Wonder app, says Mark.
You're welcome.
Oh. Well, I'll get to these other ones momentarily. I got to take it real easy. I don't want to have a relapse on Monday.
Good.
Oh, man. And this flu, when you have a cold, it does knock you out, right?
Depends on how bad it is, but no, you probably...
It's a bad one.
The flu is way worse.
Lots of chunks and lots of phlegm and, oh... And I go to bed feeling, not too bad. I've been going to bed real early, get a lot of sleep. Hopes to wake up with a full voice and not, And then during the course of the night, the phlegm starts kicking in,
Yep.
And I can't breathe real good, and I start cranking out the Dristan, and big, nasty chunks. And you put your finger over one nostril, and geez, look at that. That was runny.
Wow.
Maybe that's a good sign.
Yeah.
You think?
I think it is. Run with it.
And like I said, you blow a big chunk and then you have no idea where it wound up. Till about an hour later. Oh, there it is. Oh, and look what I just pulled out of my left nostril.
A bogey?
Yeah, a bloody bogey. Purple.
Well, don't chew it.
Chew it?
Unless you want to.
I'm waiting for lunch. There he goes eating on the air again. How come we don't hear from that idiot again? That's your buddy John ZTR.
Probably.
What's his name again?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Come on, you better pay a lot more attention to these.
Rooster Choo Choo?
What? No, not Morning Choo Choo. Yeah, I got one from that idiot, too. I just delete it right away, just like Phil Ark. Ben Schmiegel, that's what I was looking for.
Oh.
Phil Ark. Go away, Phil. You're boring. Oh, you're going to do the thing from Calder with the races? No. I really love sharing matching wits with you. You're a half-wit, Phil. You're an idiot. Just go away.
Dolphins and Miami Hurricanes play on South Florida's sports leader.
560 QAM.
Neil God.
From MGM and the Farrelly Brothers comes the long-awaited Three Stooges movie starring Sean Penn as Larry.
My name is Larry Fine, and I'm here to recruit you.
Jim Carrey as the lovable Curly.
Oh, righty then.
And Benicio del Toro as Mo.
Hey, no quiet, no skull. Why I oughta...
The Three Stooges coming to a theater near you. Rated R for really? You cast Benicio del Toro as Mo?
Oh, there's only one Mo. As you know. 14 to 11. I think my voice is coming back a little bit. Do I sound better?
A little bit.
I don't feel better, but I sound better. No, I do feel a little bit better.
Keep drinking hot stuff.
I'm not. I'm drinking... you'll be really upset. Diet Dr. Pepper.
Well, I'm not going to be upset. Better you than me.
I don't know what you have against Dr. Pepper.
It tastes awful.
No, it does not.
Okay, more for you then.
Dow's up almost 100 points. Let's have a party in our pants for the Dow and the NFL draft. Here's Fake Johnny from Oklahoma. He says, it's time to come clean. Hi, Neil. It's time to come clean. I know George said you missed the past couple of days because you've been sick, but I'm not buying it. I've never heard of you missing a day because of a simple cold, much less 2 days. It's not a simple cold, ass clown. It's a nasty flu, and when you can't talk, you can't do a talk show, schmuck. In the past, you've toughed it out under much worse conditions. The last thing we need from you was that you had to get. The last thing we heard from you was that you had to get something notarized in the middle of a show. Would that need to be notarized? So what was it? What would?
Careful now. Back up.
What would need to be notarized so urgently? The only thing I could come up with was a will and testament. Oh, yeah.
I'm dying over here.
If something is wrong, don't try to protect us from the truth. I'm serious. And don't ever underestimate the support and skills that you can derive from your faithful audience. Hope you feel better. Johnny, Fake Johnny from Oklahoma, who writes all these religious, about come clean and with the Lord and all this other crap. Yeah, I went to change my will. Not. Isn't it interesting how these people love to fish around? They're always prodding and fishing and not going to get it. None of your business where I went or what it was all about. It was just a thing. Every now and then you need to get a signature notarized in some kind of a form, whatever it is, and then that was it. Schmuck. Fake Johnny from Oklahoma. And speaking of fakes, here's another fake. I mean, yeah, I know it's unusual to get fakes on the emails. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Krista Goldbard. Now, does the name Goldbard ring a bell?
No.
You don't remember Gary Goldbard?
Oh, yeah.
In New Orleans?
Oh, yeah.
He was always whining about the stream. Always whining about the stream and about the Arcot. Oh, my God. Just a chronic ass clown. Hi, my name is Krista Goldbard. I'm 12 years old from New Orleans. You might have heard of my dad, Gary Goldbard. You might have heard of him. He listens to your show all the time, and sometimes when he sends you emails, you read them on the air and make rude remarks about him. That's because your dad is an ass clown. And, of course, this is from Daddy, who knows that I blocked him, so he come up with a daughter's name.
Right.
I don't appreciate it. I'm just telling you to back off the Gary and Heather Goldbard jokes, please. Those are my parents, and when you make fun of them, I get pretty angry. I love your show and all, but don't mock my parents. Sincerely, Krista Goldbard, 12 years old in New Orleans. They have this amazing thing called school, since it's like the last week in April. It would seem to me that probably most kids 12 years old are in school at these hours, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
And this was sent at 11:36 p.m. last night. Do you know of any 12-year-olds that are allowed to be up at almost midnight?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah. Other people's.
Not yours.
No.
Shameless, Krista. And as far as your father is concerned, triple berry for the ferry.
Wow.
Kurt says, Kurt in Gainesville, I think the origin of the truly great phrase, ass clown, relates to the classic film Office Space. They talk about Michael Bolton and what an ass clown he is. It sounds like a movie you should check out that describes a boring, bureaucratic workplace to a T. I think you'd really like Melvin. He burns the joint down, retires to Mexico so he can bitch about the messed up pina coladas.
Hey, way to ruin the movie.
And Rick says, that was up 94 points. How about if I just whisper? Wouldn't that be a good idea?
It's not good for you to whisper.
And why is that?
It's worse than talking out loud.
Is it really?
This is what they say.
Well, who's they? Is this the they my mother was always talking about? Well, you know what they say?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
She was an expert on everything, and when you asked her the source for information, well, you know what they say? And I'd always say, well, who is they? Is that all you're going to eat? Oh, my God, you're getting so fat. Why don't you lose some weight? Oh, my, is that all you're going to eat? I cooked like a crazy person. And in her case, it came naturally. Don't be knocking my mom now.
I'm not. She was only ever nice to me.
Once upon a time, she was a pretty damn good cook. That's a long time ago, though. Way before she croaked.
You know, once upon a time, my mom wasn't.
And still ain't.
Right.
Rick says the first time I ever heard the term ass clown was in 1999 in the movie Office Space. It was a term used by a character, Michael Bolton, who used it to refer to the singer Michael Bolton when he said it was a good name until that no-talent ass clown came around. Well, I think that's right on target. Spot on, as they say.
Yeah, let's let them have it.
You got a spot on it?
Yes, I do. A couple.
Maybe it's a booger. Maybe it's one of them chunks from your left nostril. The thing I was wondering about is I woke up this morning in the middle of the morning with my nose just plugged up, jam up and jelly tight. And I'm thinking to myself, how is it that this... I mean, the answer is obvious. You know, you got this nasal drip, and it keeps dripping down into your nose and into your throat.
Throat, chest.
But how is it that it just keeps regenerating itself over? It's like endless.
What are you talking about?
Endless mucus.
The mucous membranes in your nose and in the linings of your lungs ooze continuously.
Really?
Sometimes more, sometimes less.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they keep moist
They're
and
oozing
clean.
all the time?
Yes, they are oozing mucus.
Yesterday, after having all these Fisherman's Friend, which I now found out have sorbitol, I was oozing from my
rectum.
Profusely.
Really? Wow.
Oh, profusely.
Well, last night I was boozing while you were oozing.
Really?
Yeah.
And losing.
You were
losing?
losing?
The Joker says, sounds like a sinus infection. Also, since most of us marry our parents, did George marry his mother, who he says is a bad person? Yesterday, George said your immune system is very weak because you're so old. I think smoking pot affects his immune system. You're sick much less than he is, says Heath the Joker.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm sick that much.
No, neither am I.
And I don't think my immune system is all that bad, contrary to what you say. Is that what you said?
Lee said, well, you know, people's immune system goes down when they get older. And I said, I've heard this. That's what was actually said. Heath, John ZTR, Morning Choo Choo, same ass clown as always.
Oh, God, Morning Choo Choo. Why do you even pay attention to that?
Why do you read Heath's emails? It's the same guy.
Heath said something good about you yesterday. What do you mean it's the same guy? How do you know that?
Oh, please.
Heath is Rooster Choo Choo?
Yeah.
I think you've opened up a real can of worms now.
Yeah. Lifeless trailer
the fake Tom
dwelling.
Jicka says Joe Bell is the biggest ass clown. First Hank, Eddie K, Ken Malden, now Jesse. George would be long gone if not for your contract. Clarence pulled Mandich into his office earlier this week to lecture him on his poor ratings. The Mad Dog is pretty upset about it, I'm hearing, says the fake Tom Jicka. How do you like that? Clarence is giving lessons to the Mad Dog?
I don't know.
Maybe if the Mad Dog didn't consistently have to follow 2 hours of dead air, and if we had a signal that somebody could hear, maybe those things might contribute to increased numbers. Although I don't hear the show, so I don't really know what's going on there.
I mean, the notion that anybody in this building had any kind of a discussion with anyone else about the ratings is laughable.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they don't care about the ratings. Because ratings don't matter. Isn't that what has been said?
That was told to Hank.
Right, and I believe that.
Well, that was just an excuse for the fact that he was getting blown out.
I believe
because Joe doesn't like him. It's all personal. It's not business. It's all personal. It's just the opposite of The Godfather. It's not business. It's personal. So if he takes a disliking to you, you're screwed, man, one way or the other, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
In his wildest dreams, he never, ever thought I would accept that 50% pay cut.
Probably not.
Since there's really nothing else. I mean, nobody in this business is making any money anymore. So when I did, I think it took him aback. And then he comes up with this phony, oh, I'm looking forward to the next 5 years. I love this new deal. Ho, ho, ho. Ass clown. Ron from Miami says, hey, if you're about to kick the bucket and don't have any ears, let me introduce myself to you. I'm young and hung. I've been listening to you for a long time, says Ron from Miami. Well, good, Ron. Go tie the rope to the ceiling and tie it real tight. Oh, and here's a picture of Miami, I guess, in Biscayne Bay. I'm pretty impressed. With a phone number. Yeah, if it was me, I wouldn't put a name to it either. Picture of the Miami skyline on Biscayne Bay. Is that like a message?
I don't know.
Joey Zaza going to send me a message? You're peeing in the wrong spot.
Oh, Neil! You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Weekly deals of just around.
South Florida Sports Leader.
560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
I'd like to eat lettuce and peas from Michelle Obama's garden in D.C. Carrots and beans, nice healthy greens from Michelle Obama's garden naturally. fertilizes them organically. Fresh tasting food for the first family. Veggies will spawn on the South Lawn in Michelle Obama's garden in D.C.
11:02 at 560 WQAM. Happy Friday to you. I'm under the weather, but I'm here. What does that mean, under the weather?
I don't know. One of those things.
And
look it up.
No, here's another one. I never stole a freight train. Brandon says, I think I got caught what you got because I feel like hell. For me to take the day off of work means I'm sick like a dog. There's another one. Sick like a dog. Where'd that come from?
Maybe dogs get sick. Maybe dogs puke all the time.
Do.
I don't know.
They do once in a while. The only times dogs get deathly sick usually is just before death. You know, dogs do get sick, but I don't know where that... I mean, that expression's been around forever. Sick as a dog. How about sick as a horse? Like those horses that died that got poisoned by that, whatever they were eating? Those polo horses?
Yeah.
Sick as a horse. Sick as a hippo. As a hippopotamus. All right. David says, you are a legend. Here's a butt-kissing email. You like that?
Well, good. Enjoy.
Well, we don't get too many of those.
I know.
All the legendary TV and radio broadcasters are either dying or retiring. You are the last living legend. Stay for another 20 years. Oh, yeah. I'll be lucky if I make another 20 minutes. Here's George.
Hey.
The radio industry should celebrate your success. You are the Energizer Bunny. Just keep going and going. Yeah, yesterday I kept going and going and going.
Rectum.
Then I realized that this Fisherman's Friend is the sugar-free version with sorbitol. Oh, my God. Not good. And I'd like to suck on one right now.
Cough drop that, right?
What?
I said, how's it going?
Fisherman's Friend.
Oh, you want to enjoy a Fisherman's Friend?
Sans sucrose. Sucrose,
right.
Sorbitol, sweetened with sorbitol.
Yeah.
I hate this frog stuff and all the Canadians thing. Everything's got to be in English and in French. And actually, these taste like crap. You know what else tastes like crap? What are those? My father used to eat them all the time when he had a cold. They're lozenges just like these. They're gray.
Mm-hmm. Ludens?
No, Ludens are not gray. They're black. Ludens are good.
I like
Ludens. Are like
Ludens.
Candy.
Yeah, they're like licorice.
Oh, what the hell are those things called? They still make them. They come like in a blue metallic box.
Not Sucrets.
No, not Sucrets. Sucrets are awful.
Oh,
but they're green.
Numb your head.
They're green and they come like in a little foil wrap. What the hell were those things called? And they tasted just like these Fisherman's Friend. Awful. Horrible. Maybe I should go get some Smith Brothers cough drops. See, the one good thing this week, and I mentioned this to you yesterday before you went on, is being sick this week has really helped my weight. As of this morning, 185.2 on the scale. That's the lowest I've weighed in, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years at least. So I've lost about 6 pounds this week because I haven't been eating that much. When you're really, really sick, you don't have an appetite. And what do they say? Feed a cold, starve a fever? Or starve a cold, feed a fever.
I'm not sure what they say about that, or
what do they say?
Or if it's correct.
Ask a doctor. I'm sure it's not correct.
Do what they say.
And also, my blood sugar levels are getting back down toward the lowest they've been in a long time, toward normal. So it's a catch-22. I don't want to get the Hall's mentholypsis with the sorbitol because it makes me just crap my brains out uncontrollably. You know, after about an hour and a half, I'm close to home, man. And the ones with the sugar send your blood sugar up. Not good. Why does everything have to be like candy? Why does it have to be sweet?
Because people like that?
Well, okay, but if it's supposed to be good for you, like that other stuff that I take, that cough medicine that I told you about?
Yeah.
That I still can't think of the name of it? You can't either.
Dr. something or other? Dr. Scholl's?
Yeah, Dr. Pecker. I don't know what it is. It tastes horrible, but it helps. It's good for your throat.
Yeah.
It works. Oh, I guess people probably wouldn't suck on cough drops if they tasted like that stuff, but, you know.
Right. Fewer people would.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the cough drop business doesn't exist to help people's health. I wonder if the Smith brothers are still alive. Do you know that there actually were the Smith brothers?
No.
Oh, Hawaii Brad, still here in Cebu, Philippines. It's summer here. I'm sweating my hairy ass off. He's got an attachment on here. Oh, there he is. That's cute. I can't wait to sell this turkey of a house here and get back to Hawaii. Times are tough, so I attached a picture to hopefully amuse you from in front of my condo here. Not even slightly amusing. Good luck to you, Brad. You'll need it. Wow. Here's one from Ephraim. Remember Ephraim?
Yep.
In Baton Rouge, if I recall correctly. I didn't even look. What a memory I got for these chronics. So you think that Rooster Choo Choo and what's the other one? Heath?
Yeah.
Are the same person?
Yeah.
Well,
I think a lot of these people are the
only
same
one
person.
thing I can say to that. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't care. See, I really don't give a crap who these emails are from. They kill some good time. It's a lot more entertaining and amusing to me than taking, I'm your friend, 400 times. Now, what's his name? Prozac Ron? Ron what?
Ron Ziegler. He had the whole family calling yesterday.
Does he really?
Yeah. The girlfriend, the retarded uncle.
The retarded uncle also crank calls the show?
Yeah, well, they were all, I guess they must have been having a picnic or something yesterday.
Yeah, I heard they ordered a box of assorted-sized condoms because they were having a picnic. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Big vat of Crisco.
Yeah. Ephraim Owen says AIC went from 7.0 to 9.6. That's the measurement of your blood sugar over a period of, I don't know, weeks or whatever. Hey, Neil, hope you get feeling better soon. I share your pain. As a fellow type 2 diabetic, the last thing we need is freaking flu or cold. In addition to my diabetes, I'm also an asthmatic. I've been suffering for the last 3 weeks from the flu as well as severe allergies. My doctor wanted to hospitalize me, but I fought it and won. However, she put me on these nasty-ass steroids. I take 7 pills today, 6 tomorrow, until I would have taken 314 milligram, I don't get it. 31 4-milligram pills in total. Too many numbers here, Ephraim. Of course, because of the illness, my A1C has gone through the roof. My last checkup was 9.6. By the time I'm done with these steroids, it'll be something or so. It's chopped off. She also increased my diabetic med, Evandamet, to something. Evandamet is a combination of Evanderil and metformin. I like it because it doesn't drop my blood sugar too low. Anyway, hang in there. Those bastards out there don't know or understand what we're going through. So to hell with them all, says Ephraim in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Well, we got at least 2 listeners in Louisiana. We got Gary, what's his name there? Gary Goldbard with his fake daughter.
The streaming's not good. Get it fixed.
The Dow's up almost 100 points. It can't quite crack through that 100 barrier today. It can't quite crack.
Well, get out and push. Go buy something.
It's got a crack problem. John Quest says a couple of weeks ago, Rick, I don't know why these emails don't match the name sometime. You know what I mean?
You don't?
Because they're fake? A couple of weeks ago, you said that the 20 years you've known George, you've only broke bread with him 3 times. What this tells me is you can't stand him either. You keep this ass clown around for 2 reasons. Management can't stand him and the audience can't stand him. You like to ruffle the feathers, and every time this punk is on the air, ruffles feathers. Please bring back the flea. P.S. Here's an idea for a poll. Does hearing George on the air want to make you barf? Yes or no, answer only, Rick. Blow it out your ass, Rick. Oh, Buckley's. Thank you so much, Gil. Buckley's is that horrible tasting crap.
That's it.
Oh. Tastes like mung. In fact, I'm going to go take some right now. 2 teaspoons.
Just drink the whole bottle.
No. Oh. If you ever even smelled this, you would run for the hills. When you finish drinking it, when you swallow it, it's like, like that. But it's good for you. So my question is, why is it that everything that is good for you tastes like crap, and everything that tastes really great is bad for you? Because God works in mysterious ways. Because he's a sadistic son of a bitch. Isn't that what's going on here?
Right.
All you God people out there, boy. If there was a God. Who should the Dolphins get in the draft, Neil? Asked Andres in West Park. Let me put it to you this way, very simply, Andres. Who gives a flying crap? Fershke says, hope you're feeling better. Sorry if you've already mentioned this. Saying, I've been listening on and off. They're saying it's nothing to write home about. Oh, that's the saying, yeah. There's another one. Nothing to write home about. Well, I mean, I can understand that one, can't you?
Yeah.
Nothing special, nothing to sit down and write a letter home and say,
like
oh, guess what? I just crapped my pants or something like that. Or Joe Bell is an ass clown. Something we all know.
Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
We know South Florida sports.
That's why we are South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Yank it, baby.
Well, I never thought I'd find the kind of ride that I've been tooling around in today. Now it's a classic set of wheels fixed up the way a brother would like it. Now it's been clean and shiny and the trim is gold anodized under my seat. I got a can of liquid cherry, yo. Nah, baby. Coconut colada, cherry, chariot, baby blue. Nah, baby. Shiny little velvet, little smelly machine. Took the suspension out, so I bounced down the road in a pit that is super flyway. Now if it's hard to stop, no big deal. Someday I'll get around to fixing the brakes. A 1979 Mambo Catalina. She sure looking fine. Now it's my baby Cadillac. Aw, baby. Coconut colada, cherry, chariot, baby blue. Aw, baby. Shiny little velvet, little smelly machine. Yo. I got my windows down on a hot summer day, cause the AC don't work no way. The sweating marshmallow seat starts to smell and gets the dusty working overtime. And on my backseat you'll find the shiny crown that smell like lilacs. My carpet shiny too, cause I've been washing it with Armor All. Daw, baby. Coconut colada, cherry, baby blue. Daw, baby. Microscopic wheels rolling over speed bumps ain't too smooth. Aw, baby. Brush my lower interior, be fancy to me, baby blue. Aw, baby.
Oh, correction. Liz Cheney was the one defending her father, Darth Cheney, yesterday on MSNBC. She's the non-Dyke daughter. Mary Cheney is the Dyke, says Jason Weston. Thank you, Jason.
All right.
Mary is the Dyke. Right. Liz is the hetero.
Glad we got it straight.
I got a bunch of emails that came in that I would have done yesterday had I been here, and I wasn't, about Bubba the Love Sponge licking my ass again. Well, what does he want?
I don't know. A date?
What?
A date?
No, I think he's just trying to use me again, like all these other people coming to the market. Oh, my good friend Neil, is the great, all that other crap. I don't know him. I never heard him. The people who give me spy reports tell me that the show blows, but, Here you go. Here's one of them. Well, there's a lot of them. Oh! No wonder I'm sick. When you hear that, now, did you get this a second one from Dave Friedman?
A second
Jeff
one from
High's
Dave?
boyfriend?
I never got the first one. I obviously haven't blocked or something.
Well, don't you remember I read it on the air on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Here's the follow-up. Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. Hi, Neil. Jeff High called me today to say that you read yesterday's email on the air. You remembered my name. I'm flattered. I remembered your name because everybody remembers crazy people who are annoying and just won't go the hell away. Is there a job for Jeff there? He really is a good guy. I know you liked him. You see where this is all coming from?
Uh-huh.
He must have splattered on the IOD walls over there and gotten canned again. You have a soft heart for slightly overweight men, and Jeff has slimmed down to a svelte 450 pounds since he's now being tube-fed donuts and Pop-Tarts. That's it. You won't be hearing from me another few more years. Love, Lyle. P.S. You have to admit that your show isn't the same as it was 25 years ago in terms of irreverence and freshness. Well, no, nothing is like it was 25 years ago, although you're the same as you've always been, Dave, a pain in the ass, an idiot. In addition to which, how do you know my show isn't the same if you don't listen? Just one question. Is George's ego because he thinks he's good at what he does, or is it because he has low self-esteem after working with your success all these years? Goodbye. Speaking to you again in 5 years. Yeah, likely story. This is another idiot that keeps threatening to go away and never does. He always resurfaces. Chronic, no life at all.
I have no life.
Like his boyfriend, Jeff High. That's this guy's claim to fame. Is he's the boyfriend of a radio sales hole who's been bouncing around and literally like a shmoo from one station to another for like 20 years. Yeah. Like that. And that. Go away, Dave. We all hate you like poison. And your buddy Jeff High. And if he's out of work, well, there is a God. Here's one from, Bubba the Love Sponge Spy Report. Remember I was just saying that?
Yep.
Oh, man. I think by Monday I'll be back to abnormal.
Good.
Let me see the color of this. It's, it's almost colorless. Kind of like Jeff High. Pale. Like George. Although last time I saw you back at Gulfstream, you had the color.
Yeah, I've been doing stuff outside a lot more lately.
You looked red.
Yeah, been doing stuff outside.
You were working up a real good melanoma.
Once or twice a week, hanging out outside, doing a lot of outdoorsy things.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, Duke McCabe says, just out of curiosity, are you friends with Bubba the Love Sponge? No, I'm not. I never met him. I don't know from him. This morning at 8:30, he was talking about you as if you two were best buddies. Oh. Are there times when you just want to sit down and cry?
Every day?
Personally, I don't care much for him. I like music in the morning and talk radio in the afternoon. I tend to flip back and forth among several stations while I search for something good till you come on. This morning I was flipping around the dial and listened to him for about 3 minutes while he insinuated that you two are buddies. Yeah, just like me and Castronova keep meeting at the Sawgrass, even though I'm in Toronto and he's somewhere. It takes a lot to offend me, but that Kaylee Anthony parody he played was disgusting. Many of his listeners have complained, but he tried to justify it by saying that you would have no problem with the song. Well, what am I, the censor now? I'm the judge and the jury?
That's right, you're on the panel.
Just thought you'd like to know. Hugs somebody. Duke. See, I really don't care what any of these people have to say. I don't care what Bubba says. I don't care what Paul and Ron. I don't care. I'm here doing my thing, and that's it. And all these yentas out there. Oh. South Florida, haven for yentas. Even the Goyim are yentas in South Florida.
Oh, look at that machine. He's playing the maximum. He's going to lose his ass. Oh, my God. Look at that.
Mind your own effing business, bitch. Old, nasty bitch. Look at your own machine and lose your ass and let me do what I want. God. Oh. Brandon says, it's been a while since I provided you with a Bubba Love Sponge update. In addition to being gay for Hulk Hogan and having him on all the time, the times he isn't on, Bubba has Tucker Carlson on. Oh, Mr. Bowtie, that fruitcake. Tucker is on just about as much as Hulk. I don't listen long enough to know what they're talking about, and today he had a long, extensive interview with his own mother. That's right, Bubba had his mom on to talk about the night he was conceived and how it actually happened. You know what it sounds like to me? There's a word that comes to mind. You know what the word is?
No.
Desperate.
Mm.
Desperate. But nevertheless, I mean, Tucker Carlson, that sure would draw me away. But Bubba's always talking about you and how you guys are such buddies, and you would approve of this. Don't sucker me into your show, okay, Bubba? Do your own damn show. I don't know from your ass. Robert Smith says, don't you think it's strange that both Leotard and Sedano are on vacation during the same week? Coincidence? Oh, you ought to see the way he spells coincidence. Have you ever had the misfortune to hear Stu Gotts do that show on his own? It's beyond bad. And while we're at it, where's Defoe? Don't know? Don't care. Small potatoes, man. You talk about small potatoes. Oh, here's Armando Ferris Manny from Acapulco, another fake. Remember him?
Of course.
Armando Ferry, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Possible replacement for Ass Clown. How about Butt Monkey? Joe Bell, it says, is a butt monkey. Has a nice ring to it. Glad you're back, even though George was great. Hope you feel better. Well, here's George.
Hey.
Oh, my God. They just can't make up their mind. They love you. They hate you. They love me. They hate me. They love and hate. Mostly hate.
Oh, Neil. You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Oh, my God. Energy.